My name is Rebecca Kramer de Ortiz, and I'm Inter's math coach. And today we're going to talk about how you can best support your child with math during distance learning. Distance learning is bringing out a lot of math anxiety in parents. This scene from Incredibles 2 perfectly summarizes what a lot of you are feeling. In this scene, Mr. Incredible's trying to help his son with math, and he exclaims, "Math is math is math." He doesn't understand why math has changed from the way he learned it as a child. I know many of you are feeling that way, but keep in mind that the methodologies used are based on current best practice and research. So try your best to be as patient and understanding as possible and not as frustrated and angry as Mr. Incredible was here. Math anxiety affects about 50% of the US population, and it affects more women than men. Math anxiety can affect children as young as 5 years old. Research indicates that a parent's math anxiety can affect their child's math abilities. That's why we're taking time to talk about this. In an article from UCubed, they state that the parents' beliefs about math change their children's achievement. They include information like the messages we give students can change their performance dramatically. Students need to know that the adults in their lives believe in them. Researchers are learning that students' ideas about their ability and potential are extremely important, much more than previously understood. Messages students get from their parents about math and their parents' relationship with math can also change students' math learning and achievement. They found that the parents' math knowledge did not turn out to have an impact, only their level of math anxiety when helping students. When mothers told their daughters they were not good at math in school, their daughters' achievement declined almost immediately. In a new study, neuroscientists found that parents' math anxiety reduced their children's learning of math across grades 1 and 2. This was only true when parents were actually helping their children with math at home, which in the case of distance learning, we all are. So, what is the current research telling us? First of all, everyone can learn math. There's no such thing as a math person. You can learn math to high levels, and so can your child, with effort. Believe in yourself, it changes what you can do. Research has shown that if you believe in yourself and you make a mistake, your brain responds with more activity and brain growth than if you didn't believe in yourself. Mistakes and challenge are the best times for your brain. This is when your brain is working the hardest. So embrace mistakes and look for the learning within them. Visualize and make connections to strengthen your brain. When we think of math, we use 5 brain pathways, and 2 of them are visual. Try to draw the math you're trying to figure out. What should parents do based on this research? First, encourage children to play math puzzles and games. This will help kids enjoy math. It'll help you enjoy math too, and it will help them develop number sense. Always be encouraging and never tell kids they are wrong when they are working on math problems. Find the logic in their thinking. A perfect example of this is when I did a number talk with third graders. The question I asked was 47 plus 24, and one student told me the answer was 611. While this is clearly wrong, I took the time to think about why she would get this answer. What do you think she did? Well, she told me the right answer, actually. Her answer was meant to say 6 10s and 11 ones, which is the same as 71, which is the sum of this problem. After taking the time to find her mistake, she learned from her mistake, and we all learned as a class together as well. Never associate math ability with speed. I know this goes against what a lot of you learned growing up, but the fastest in math don't always mean they are the best. Please don't rush your students. Depth is more important than speed. We must think deeply about math, and this sometimes can take time. Never share with your children the idea that you were bad at math in school or that you disliked it, especially mothers. Encourage number sense. This is having the flexibility to work with numbers. Like Mr. Incredible, I'm sure some of these methodologies seem frustrating to you because they're different than the way you learn to do math. But keep in mind that these are encouraging number sense and mental math abilities. Our traditional algorithms that we grew up with are procedures we have to memorize, whereas these strategies help us decompose numbers and think about numbers flexibly. We need to encourage a growth mindset, and we have to be careful about using the word smart. If you're not familiar with her, Carol Dweck is a psychologist who has coined the phrase growth mindset. This is sort of a way of looking at life where failure is an opportunity to grow. If we consider the power of the word yet, as Carol Dweck says, it changes our mindset and the way we think about things. For example, instead of saying, I'm not good at this, we could change it to, I'm not good at this yet, or I need to practice this more. Instead of saying, I don't know how, we could say, I don't know how yet, or what resources can help me find out. Instead of saying, this is hard, we might change our mindset and say, this will take some time and effort. I'm a failure can change to, I'm still learning and improving. This is good enough could change to, is this the best I can do? And I'm already good at this can change to, how can I keep getting better? How should parents work on math with their children? First, when you're helping children with their assignments from their classes, be sure to allow time for your child to struggle and try it on their own. Don't be afraid to admit when you don't understand. This is modeling really important learner behavior. Encourage your child to reach out to their teacher for clarifications. If you don't feel confident about explaining the concept, let the experts do it. You can research by looking at Khan Academy, Math Antics on YouTube, or any other resource that you can find that will help explain the concept in a way that maybe is a little better than what you could do on your own. Next, here's how you bring math into your daily life. Bake with your children. Can you double a recipe of cookies or cut a recipe in half? Can you have your child measure each part? If you're learning time, use an analog clock and make sure you've baked long enough. Lose one of your measuring cups to practice equivalent fractions. The list goes on. Give your child jobs or chores around the house to earn money. Help them budget the money and earn and save for items they really want. Help them keep track of the money they are earning, spending, and saving. Let them use their own money for events like Tienda next year. Notice numbers and patterns in your environment and think out loud. Be curious about numbers. How many steps are there at the house? Compare the temperature in the morning to the temperature in the afternoon. Notice shapes and their attributes around you. Most of this information came from youcube.org, which I would highly recommend you explore if you haven't done so already. And remember, as Maya Angelou stated, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. This is true for our children as well. During this time, we are all doing our best, the teachers, you parents, and our students. Some days will look better and different from other days. Please be kind to yourself, be patient with your children, and be open to learning and have a growth mindset. Good luck, stay healthy, and please feel free to reach out to me at Math Coaching at Interamericano if you need any support. Have a wonderful day.